Back with another episode of Pottawattamie County Roots. I am Todd Studer, and we welcome back into the studio our good friend Cindy Schmader with ServiceMaster Restore by Schmader.
Thank you.
Are you surviving the summertime?
It's hot. It's hot out there. Can you tell?
Yeah.
Hair slicked back.
Well, and it's like they say, it's not the heat, it's the humidity. No, it's the heat and the humidity.
Both.
Right?
Yeah, it's both. It's both for me. I don't know if I'm getting too old for this or what, but.
Oh, no, you're not going down that road. How does it change with when the temperature starts going up into the 90s every day, and we do have high humidity around here right now? How does that change your approach? I mean, because you've got a lot of people that you have to take care of out there doing work.
Right. Yeah. We kind of, a lot of times what we'll do is we'll come in a little bit earlier. The guys will change their hours, so they'll come in earlier. Depending on what it is, like we've got a fire that we started. They started at 7 o'clock this morning. So, I mean, it's a garage. Right. Why these garage fires? They're all over the place. But we started at 7. They're actually at the job site at 7. So it means they're at the shop at 6:30, getting ready and get there and stuff. Because a lot of times they wear the Tyveks and they'll have masks on. And that's not pleasant when it gets hot and starts getting warm. And then I just tell them, when you're at a point during the day that you think you just can't make it anymore, if somebody starts getting sick, call it a day and we'll start tomorrow. So yeah,
don't be a hero.
No, absolutely not. No, don't want any heroes during this, but
no, and it can sneak up on you too.
Oh, it definitely
because you can forget that I haven't had any water for an hour, or I'm feeling a little bit bad, but it's not that bad, so I'll just keep going. But the next thing you know, it just a wave hits.
Yeah. Yeah, that actually, now you say that. So Saturday we had a house that we were working in. It was the air conditioner was not working, and I'm over punching buttons, and you can hear it, but it's not throwing out any cold air. It was 79 degrees in this house, but we had to get it done. It had to be done by today. So we're gonna hang in there. We're gonna be tough, and I literally felt fine until about 1:30, 2 o'clock, and then I was like, get a little bit of headache. One of the girls that was working with me, she's like, I'm really worried about you getting dehydrated. I'm like, no, I'm fine. On my way home about 5:15, 5:30, we stayed all day and worked in that 80 degrees basically all day. Which, by the way, I did call Travis Waldstein. One of their trucks was right across the street, and I'm like, hey. Right. So did call him, and they came over, but it was a board that was out. It's Saturday. You can't get a board, right?
Right.
So, but on my way home, I was like, oh, yeah, I'm not feeling good. Kind of sick to my stomach a little bit, had just a massive headache. Went home and sat down for about an hour and a half, and our grandson's playing in the state baseball championship. They had a game Saturday night, and so we off to the baseball game. And I made it through. I sucked it up and made it through, but man, it was tough.
How'd the game come out?
They won.
Oh, well, look at you.
Yeah.
Well, congratulations.
They won. They won last night, so they play again tonight at 8. And then if we win tonight, I think we skip tomorrow and we play Wednesday. And then if they get beat, because it's double eliminations, they haven't lost. So if they lose Wednesday night, then he will play again Thursday for the championship. So
wow.
Yeah. Super excited. The kid's playing. He's amazing this year. So follow me on my Facebook. You'll see all he had a triple last night. I was like, ah.
Once upon a time, way back when, I don't know if they still do it or not, down in Shenandoah, and they actually go to Northwest Missouri too. There'll be a U10 national tournament.
Yeah.
And the FM station for KMA would broadcast some of those games.
Fun.
So I actually went out and did some of the young people's games. And these are, 10 and under.
Yeah.
It was good baseball.
Oh, yeah.
It was really good baseball. Yeah. It wasn't any kind of drop-off, to my knowledge.
Yeah.
The skill level was still very high, so it was easy for a guy like me to call it.
Yeah. Yeah, you've got, and actually right now, I know we're kind of getting off topic, but right now we in Omaha, and even over here in Council Bluffs, we've got some amazing coaches that are teaching these kids the technical side of it early. So we had 2 double plays the other night and had 2 doubles batting, got to second, and then had the triple last night. So, they're all of the kids on this team. They're just playing amazing. And it's funny to watch them go from what I would consider childhood ball, you know, and then all of a sudden the next year you're one more level up, but it's like everybody's changed. Like everybody, they're like amazing. These kids are just hitting the ball and they're fielding, and it's just.
Did you ever think that you would get that into youth baseball?
No. Well, you know, and our older son played baseball.
Right.
So, and my husband played. So, I mean, yes, once upon a time, you know, we were into baseball, but it's been, you know, Dan's what, 44-ish now, and Easton's 14. So it's been a few years, but he's doing really good. So I'm so excited for him. So
Yeah.
Fingers crossed we win state. That'd be amazing.
You name a young man Easton, you've pretty much just secured his
right? Funny story. He's Easton, the Bats.
Right.
He got to name his little brother, who is 10 years younger than him. Guess what he named him?
Louisville Slugger.
Oakley.
There you go.
Not funny. Oh, shoot.
So getting back to the heat and the folks that you got out there. So if someone has something that's going on, it's not as if you can't get to it right now, but keeping in mind that, hey, we may need to adjust our hours here a little bit, just to keep everybody as safe as possible.
Yep, absolutely. And if they're working indoors and as long as there's air and stuff, that, you know, they're fine. They can do pretty much whatever. You know, some of them do neglect to drink the water, and then they will get dehydrated. Usually that's a phone call. Hey, Sin, you need to come get one of these guys, and so I'll go pick them up. It's really not a big deal. I've picked guys up and actually taken them home before because I just don't want them driving.
Right.
So, but yeah, it's a little different. I mean, it's not, it doesn't happen very often, but yeah, I feel like we've done more outside this year than we have ever done. So maybe that's part of it.
What if your healthcare provider came to you? Me to You is an Iowa-based in-home primary care practice, bringing personalized medical care directly to your home. Especially helpful for people who have difficulty getting out, Me to You serves patients of all ages, from children through end-of-life care, from wellness visits and chronic disease management to preventative care and advanced care planning. That means less time traveling, less time in waiting rooms, and more time where it matters most. Learn more at me2you.care or call 641-843-8405. Primrose Retirement Community in Council Bluffs believes home should be a place of comfort, connection, and care. From personalized support to engaging daily activities, everything they do is designed to help residents live fully and confidently. At Primrose, that's their priority, to put the quality of their residents' care and daily needs at the top of their list each day and every day. It's not just about where you live, it's about how you live. Learn more about life at Primrose by going to primroseretirement.com and then contact Jamie Bush at Primrose and discover a place that truly puts people first.
Well, watch me do a little cross referral here with someone else who has been here.
Awesome.
Good friend, Bambi Wilson over at Bambi's Green Acres.
Absolutely, yeah.
Well, she sells a product there, which I get from her,
do you?
called Trace Minerals.
Okay.
And it's a little powder that you mix into water.
Oh, okay.
And think Gatorade without all the bad stuff.
Oh, gotcha. Okay.
You know what I mean? So it's got all the electrolytes, it's got all the minerals and the B vitamins and everything else that you need, but it doesn't have all the junk.
So I need to go to Bambi's.
That's what I'm saying. I'm just saying. And plus it's cheap. It's a whole lot cheaper than Gatorade. So.
Oh my gosh, that's awesome.
But I have used
good to know.
And well, just over the weekend, I got really overheated working outside.
Yeah.
And so when I got home, I took one of these things and I could feel it coming back and feel better. There. So it's awesome. Been a big benefit for that.
Perfect.
So I always like to talk to people who are actually out. Real world experiences is what you're having. I mean, we can give all the tips we want.
Absolutely.
You know, sitting in an air conditioned room about, here's how you handle the heat.
Right.
But for the folks who are actually out there doing it, and I know, my wife's son, he's a welder, so they shift their hours a little bit earlier for that kind of thing too. And just like you do, it's important. Yeah, I think so. For the regular folks out there who need your services, we just need to keep this in mind.
Yeah, absolutely. And we go through and we tell people. I mean, I'm usually first one out, so I'll tell people. And and I gotta say, we've had some amazing clients. We have really never had anybody that said, no, you can't come that early or you can't stay that late. We've even had, at one point, we had a fire where The lady was still living there, but we would go early in the morning. She just gave us the code. We'd go in, do our thing. She knew we were there, but we didn't bother her. And then we'd go back late at night. They had two of the guys that would come in at night. They were our part-time guys. They'd come in at like 7:30, 8 o'clock at night, and they were the ones that were going up in the attic. And two of them worked one night till 1 a.m.
Wow.
Because it's cooler at night. So, they had lights and we strung them up. And so it's just, we do weird things. So,
Well, speaking of attics, and I know that sometimes you do a lot of mold remediation.
We do.
So sometimes mold finds its way into attics.
Absolutely.
When it gets this hot, does it affect the mold? Does it speed it up? Does it slow it down? Does it have any effect at all?
It depends on where it's at on its stage, right? So if it's something that's actively growing, it can speed it up. If it's something that is dormant, is just laying there, like Blake had called me the other day. He's got an attic, had some mold in it. Like, we can spray it, we can wipe it, we can take care of it. It's not active. So I guess it's kind of the difference between being active and non-active. This was one that was just found in a, what do they do? What is it called? Oh my gosh.
I'm not sure.
Yeah. When they go in and they like, this is wrong, that's wrong. They find stuff. What is it called? What is the guy called? Oh my God. Inspector.
Yeah, it's just
whatever.
going into
home inspection.
Yeah,
There you go.
home
Wow.
inspection.
Why did that blow out of my head? But so we can go in and take care of those and take care of that stuff. But yeah, it just depends on where it's at, if it's active or not. And you can't really tell just by looking up there and going, oh yeah, it's active. It could be all over the place and not active. If it's gotten dried up. And the good thing about the attics is they're hot though. So typically it dries it out. But if the water's introduced all the time, like rain or there's a hole or like we've got a guy down in Bellevue that had a tree went through his attic and the tree's gone. The hole's still there because roofers are super busy.
Right.
But he didn't think he had any other damage and he started getting a water stain on his ceiling. So it's like, okay, we have more damage than what we thought. So I originally went up and looked and I'm like, it was fine. Like the insulation was not wet. Nothing was wet. So, but now it's wet. And I think the water just came in through the tarping. I'm not even sure who tarped it, but came in through the tarping and now we got a little bit bigger problem. So, on the backside, it's okay. So we just call the adjuster and say, hey, we got a little bit more damage. This is what it's from. And then we just go in and just do it. So, but when we dropped that ceiling, there was a lot of mold in there. So it was kind of crazy, but we'll take care of it. It'll be all right.
I do think it is worth mentioning again. I know we've talked about it before that if you see mold, it's good to have somebody check it out.
Yeah.
Because you don't know.
For sure.
Truly what's going on. And I have dealt before with, just wipe it off. Oh, yeah. And then it's gone. Well, no, it's not.
Depends on what you use.
Right.
That is true. And I have always been, I think you've heard me say this before, but if we're going to do the mold remediation, we don't test. I don't test. We'll have somebody else come out typically it's Atlas will come out and they'll do our testing or B2B or B2D. They'll come out and they'll do the testing and they'll give us a protocol and then we follow it. And then that way, yes, I do have mold and it's not something else.
Right.
Then I remediate it and then they come back out and test and clear us. It's called a clearance test. And so once they come out and they test it and they clear us, then we're good to go. And then if you have any issues down the road, it's on them because they cleared us when they shouldn't have, probably, most likely. Right. Or you've got an ongoing issue or, like we had one house, this has been years ago. Steve came out and cleared it and it probably wasn't maybe 5-6 months later, the lady called me again. She goes, we have mold again. We're like, what? So we go back, same spot, same corner of the basement, same everything. I looked at the pictures. I'm like, it's almost as if we didn't do it, right?
Right.
So we tear back into it. Well, what we didn't know is on the outside of the house, they had this insulation, but it had a silver backing and I don't know what it's called, but they actually put it on wrong. Instead of putting the correct side towards the house, they put the silver stuff. So it was dripping down from the roof down and it was sliding down that silver stuff. Instead of getting hot, it would slide down. And it was, oh my gosh, that poor gal. We're like, now that's wrong. That has to be redone. That's wrong. That has to be redone. And, but we just call our contractor then and they come out and that one was fairly easy. They ended up taking the vinyl siding off the outside of the house. They were able to save it. So that's a good thing. Then put that backer board or whatever it's called back on the house the right way. And then and then we closed it up, and it's been 8-9 years.
Well, knock on.
I know we haven't heard from her since. But you don't know things like that because you don't know what's coming from above. So you don't know. And we followed the mold as far up as it went. And I think we were at 4 feet when we got it. But we think what was happening is coming down the 2x4s in the walls, hitting the floor, and then spreading out, and then it would wick back up.
ServiceMaster Restore by Schmader knows it can be hard to get things back to normal when you've suffered serious property damage due to flooding, fire, or smoke, and that can oftentimes lead to mold, and you may be left with all sorts of questions about how to get your home or business back to normal. It's easy. You give Cindy Schmader a call with ServiceMaster Restore by Schmader. Her phone number, 402-339-9911. Your home for all natural health solutions in Southwest Iowa is Bambi's Green Acres Natural Market. Serving the area since 1997, Bambi is located at 805 South Main Street in Council Bluffs and has a wide selection of vitamins, supplements, essential oils, herbal remedies, and a lot more. Staffed with over 37 years of experience, Bambi is putting health back in your hands. Explore your wellness options online at bambisgreenacres.com.
Yeah, it's hard to, when you're dealing with water, just because you see where the damage is at, that doesn't mean directly above it's where the water's coming from.
Correct.
The water will follow the path of least resistance from wherever it takes. And it could be well up the roof line. It could be in a lot of different places.
And that actually brings up a good point, because there's been times I've been in people's houses and they'll say, well, the water's just right here. And I always want to go on what's on the other side of that wall? What's on the other side of that wall? I will go look, and I think sometimes I get the feeling people are like, just stay in this room. We know what's going on. But you know what? It does travel. You're exactly right. Or it'll hit the floor and it'll go through your walls, goes into a room that's carpeted, and that side doesn't appear to be wet because this side has vinyl flooring. That side has carpet. And it's in the carpet. Maybe you've got a dresser sitting there. It's just the things we have found have been crazy. But yeah, and if we don't go look, then we'll have other issues later down the road. But it's interesting. So I try to check everything out.
Well, that's what makes you good at your job. Yes. You've seen enough. You've seen.
I'd like to say I've seen it all, but that's not true.
No, that's probably not. And next week something new will pop up
Absolutely.
just because
Tomorrow.
we said that.
Yeah.
But still, this is good information, because even in the hot summer months, you might think that certain things are out of. You're just not in the danger zone, but it's still there.
Yeah,
it's still going on.
Absolutely, for sure.
Well, I am very pleased that you made the trip over to sit down and talk a little bit today, and also keep everybody safe out there. I'm telling you, Trace Minerals, these are the way to go.
I tell you, I actually might go over there right now. So we've got a couple of guys that are out today doing. Well, they wanted to work all day doing an attic, and I'm like, nah, 1 o'clock, you're done.
I got a brother in Arizona that he's a tree guy.
Oh, yeah.
So, and because he's down by Phoenix.
Yes.
And, I think his days in the summertime stop at noon.
Yeah.
I think he's done at noon.
That'd be nice.
And he's old school, so he does everything he can to beat the heat. He spray painted his roof white.
Oh, did he really?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Because it reflects more heat.
Yeah.
So,
well, that's smart thinking. Jeepers. I would have never thought of that.
Yeah, his entire house is just, he hires a painter once every few years to come out and just sprays the entire house, everything.
Everything's white.
Everything.
The neighbors are probably like, there we go.
Exactly.
Awesome.
Cindy Schmader, ServiceMaster Restore by Schmader. Great tips. What's that phone number again for folks to call to get a hold of you?
So the Omaha number is 402-339-9911. Council Bluffs number is 712-256-6008.
There we go. And get a hold of Cindy. She's the one that I would recommend. If you got something, we say it a lot, that, if disaster strikes, you're a good number to have.
Yes.
In your phone. And with the hope that
you don't have to use me. That's correct.
That's very true. All right. Thank you so much for being a part of things today. And thank you again, hometown sponsor, Brood Awakening and Avoca. Very grateful for your support for local media, and grateful for you for watching this episode of Pottawattamie County Roots. I'm Todd Studer, and we'll see you next time.